And welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you another movie review. This time around, we're going to be talking about A Quiet Place Day 1.
If we stay here, we die.
I have a plan.
It's the end of days. No more people. No more New York. No more nothing.
It's been a bit, and I know this is throwing off my future scheduling for how Reactioncast is going to go. But after this, I think after the next couple of releases of reviews, it should stagnate back. But yes, A Quiet Place Day 1. A Quiet Place is one of my favorite franchises for these like monster apocalyptic horror films, which originally the original story was conceived by John Krasinski. I really enjoyed the first film, and I'm still hesitant to know if I even watched the second one or not. It's a haze. It's been a while since I've seen the franchise. I rewatched the first one a little bit ago because of the Day 1 was coming out, and the film still holds up. But Quiet Day 1, it stars Lupita. God, I'm gonna mess up her last name. I'm gonna try my best. Lupita Nyong'o. I think that's how you pronounce. She's a very terminally ill woman, which trailers don't really showcase that. And you know, this is the day the creatures fall from the sky and chaos ensues in the city of New York. And the film, for being in the perspective of a brand new character, and showcasing some other characters that show up in the other franchises, what I like about this franchise and this film in particular is how they play with audioscape. The sound is definitely key when it comes to these films. They play with them just right. They really harp on it. It's hard to really describe. Definitely, if I was alone in the cinema, or as my group was, it would have been wonderful. But yeah, this movie gets real quiet, and you can hear everything from the other audience members. Like, it is that type of film, which is not great. You know, it kind of ruins the immersion. It is definitely, if you have a really good surround system at home when certain moments peak, it is great. But going back, kind of the story itself, I really like the character that is being played, Samari, why can't I say her name? Samira. I think that's her name. I'm sorry. It's just like, I don't know why I can't say her name. Her and her cat are off to see a special event for a lot of the other people in the hospice. Are in New York when this is all happening. New York, such a busy city. I like what they chose such a very lively city for this event to happen, because, you know, it's just so much cacophony happening around, and, you know, it's just following her to survive these 2 days, basically. I believe it's just 2 days this film takes place in. The initial impact and the second day of kind of the trying to trying to escape the island. And, you know, Samira has a very like straightforward idea of what she wants to do. She meets a companion along the way, which kind of adds a little pep to the story for how like very dreadful and momentous some scenes are, and how very despondent. There's even a really great moment going back to a soundscape and how this film plays with it during a thunderstorm, where so much is happening, and you usually just let that fear, that anger, that terrified feeling out with a scream, but you can't. You have to stay silent or be cast aside by these monsters. But they do some good moments with just the playing around with like light thunder, basically thunder. And the one thing I will give it a little like, I'll give it a little like they wouldn't have survived, was the cat. The cat, for as cute as it was, man, those things can be loud sometimes, and those things would have been on you. But that's just my take on that. It's fun. It's just what it is. But going back to this film, the story's pretty straightforward. You're following Samira as she's trying to complete her mini quest for her moments in this story, leading to a very interesting finale of her and her companion just kind of trying to survive by staying as quiet as possible, with certain scenes seeing like groups of people, how fearful people can get. It's very interesting. Me and my movie companions were discussing what were our possibility of surviving this, and that's what's fun about such good horror films, is having those discussions, is like having the thoughts like, could we successfully or potentially survive this, yes or no? And this one, for the setting it was in New York, with such a large amount of people, it's like you're doomed to fail in such a large group. But the film itself, it was enjoyable. I liked it. And if you enjoy these franchises, you want to see a very interesting monster flick, catch this one. It's third in the franchise. It's still holding up. It was just a great like horror film, and I really enjoyed it. I liked the story they were trying to just tell with Samira, and just seeing the world again from a different perspective. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify. If you're listening to this on any other podcasting platform, you can always follow me on other social medias and let me know what your thoughts there as well. So thanks again for listening or watching. Until next time, see ya. See ya. See ya. See ya.